today in chapter 5, we are going to do a problem-solving strategy. We have done these every chapter. Can anybody remember any of the problem-solving strategies we've done? Ray, do you remember one?
I think I remember one. The one where you have that triangle.
Oh, like a house, a fat family house? Not quite fat family house, but we found a pattern. We've acted it out. Did you guys think of any others? Okay, so today we're going to learn a new one. It's called using a logical reasoning. Now, logical means we're using our brain to work out the steps and figure out if it's right or wrong. Okay? And that is the strategy we're going to use today. We have to use our brain to really think. We're not finding a problem. We're not acting it out. We're not drawing it out. We're using our brains. Now, I'm going to read this problem kind of slowly, and then in a minute on the Clever Touch, I am going to bring up this problem. Hold on one second here. Carson. Oh man, mine disappeared. Just give me a minute. Okay, up here, it says Eva's house number has 3 digits. So most of your houses might have 3 digits. I know my house number is 832. Kinsley, what's your house number?
422, and my grandma's is like mostly the same, but it's 442.
Okay, so yours is 422. Most houses have 3 digits. Okay? So what we have to figure out is we have to figure out what is her house number. Now, there's going to be some clues. The sum of the digits is 7. So if I have 3 numbers to my house, I'm going to have to add up all 3 numbers, and when I add these up, I'll get 7. Now, Mrs. Murphy's going to use my brain and think. Could my digits be 1? Would that make sense?
No.
No. Louis, why do you think that doesn't make sense?
But there's no one on here.
No. Because 1 plus 1 plus 1, does that equal 7? No.
Equals 3.
No. So it can't be 1s. Could it be 9s? 9 plus 9 plus 9 equals 7.
No.
Does that make sense?
No.
No. So we're going to use our brains to figure it out. We already know it's probably not going to be 1s. It's not going to be 9s. But we need to figure out what the house number is. Now, put your hands on. I'm just explaining it. 2 of the digits are even. 2 are even, so the other one is odd. And the middle digit is 1. Is 1 odd or even?
Even.
Odd. 1 is odd. So, right now, I already know one of my numbers. So, I'm going to put up here, the middle one has to be 1, and that's odd. And then these 2 are going to be even. So, could these numbers be 3 or 5 or 9? No. They're going to have to be 2, 4, 6, 8. Could it even be 8? No. So these numbers are going to either have to be 2, 4, 6. Or guess what? It could be a 0 too, couldn't it? But it can't be an 8. Now, the first digit is less than the third digit. Or the last digit. So could I put this number as 6 and this one as 2?
No. I know
That
one.
would not make sense. That would not make sense. So let's watch
I know one.
Problem solving strategy.
Hold
Use
on.
logical
Mrs. Murphy's gonna make it a little bit louder.
reasoning.
I know one.
The number on Eva's house is a 3-digit number.
What the heck?
The sum of the 3 digits is 7. 2 of the digits are even numbers. The middle digit is 1. The first digit is less than the last digit. What is Eva's house number? First, we need to understand the problem. What do we know? Eva's house is a 3-digit number. The sum of the 3 digits is 7. 2 digits are even numbers. The middle digit is 1. The first digit is less than the last digit. What do we need to find? What is Eva's house number? Now we need to make a plan. We can solve the problem by using logical reasoning. Let's solve the problem. We know the middle digit is 1, so we can put a 1 in the middle spot. We know the sum of the digits is 7, and that 1 digit is 1. 7 minus 1 is 6. The sum of the first digit and the last number must equal 6. We know that 3 plus 3 equals 6. We know that both numbers are even, and the first digit is less than the last digit.
So could it be 3 and 3?
No.
No, because they're the same and they're both odd. So it can't be 3 and 3. So we know that's not right. So we use our brains, we use our logical reasoning to say, no, that's not right.
I had one, but there
Since
was one.
3 and 3 are odd numbers and they are equal, they are not the correct numbers. 2 plus 4 equals 6. 2 is less than 4.
Is that right?
Yes.
Is that what Kaden and Addie were you guys going to think?
No, I was thinking of that too. Miss Murphy. I think
All right. So everybody knows that the first number has to be a 2 and the last number has to be a 4. Because 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 4 is 7.
So Eva's house number is 2, 1, 4. Now check your answer. Is your answer reasonable? How do you know? We can add Eva's house numbers to see if they equal 7. 2 plus 1 plus 4 equals 7. The middle digit is 1, and the first digit is less than the third digit. Our answer is reasonable.
All right. Addie, did you have a question or something to say?
No, I wasn't gonna say that, but I was gonna see the first one, like the more one, put 6, then the last put 0. Yeah, that's what
Good. All right, so the first step is we had to understand the problem. And we're going to skip it on this one because they did it for us. We always need to underline what we know and circle what we want to find out. Number 2 is to plan it and think, how are you going to solve the problem? And number 3 is to use your brain, to use logical reasoning. So right now with your pencil, I want you to trace this. First digit plus last digit equals 6. Trace that 6.
That's already done.
You shouldn't have done it until right now, if you're following directions. Then, down here, you're going to trace the 2 and the 4 are even and equal to 6. Trace the 2, 4, and 6. And then the last step was we found out that 2 is less than 4. So trace the 2 and the 4. And the very, very last thing is we found out Eva's house number is 214. So trace that, please.
214 or
214, 214. Now, you always want to check your answer to make sure it makes sense and it's reasonable. Hayden,
Can I go to the bathroom?
is it an emergency? Okay, go, please. All right, flip your papers to the next page to 316, please. All right, we're going to try this first problem by using logical reasoning. There's a cute little dog on it. And Mrs. Murphy's Oasis. Carson. Lewis. John. He's Mason. Carson, I've already talked to you once. All right. Here's the problem. And we're going to underline as I read it, so I don't have to read it twice. The number of dogs at the shelter is a 2-digit odd number. So right now, with your pencil, underline 2-digit odd number. All right. So the number of dogs is a 2-digit odd number. We're up here. 2-digit odd number. So Mrs. Murphy on my whiteboard is I'm gonna put 2 digits, and it's gonna be odd. So if it's odd, it's gonna end in a 1, 3, 5, 7, or a 9. Now, the second sentence says it is more than 80. So our number has to be bigger than 80. So could our number be 29? No. So it has to be bigger than 80.
Okay, it could be fine.
So can it be 101?
Yes.
No.
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 Because if I write 101, that's 3 digits.
It has to be
It
two.
can only be 2.
91.
So the biggest it could be is 99, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it can only be 81 to 99. So Mrs. Murphy's going to put, it's going to be 81 to 99. Okay, now, listen to this next one. The tens digit is less than the ones digit. So underline tens digit less than ones digit. So Mrs. Murphy's going to put a T for tens, O for ones. Now, this tens, we said, is less. So, could this tens number, could it be like this? No. And guess what, guys? Mrs. Murphy just figured something out. I noticed that it can only be 81 through 99, so my tens number can only be an 8 or 9, right? It can be only an 8 or 9. So watch. If this number is less than this number, I have to get rid of all of these numbers because they are going to be less than. So what does our ones number have to be? Hayden? 9. So what does our tens number have to be, Ellie?
8.
An 8, because it has to be less than.
89.
So the number of dogs is
89.
89. Now, watch this, guys. The sum of the digits is 17. Guess what? If I add 8 plus 9, do I get 17?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get 17. So, circle your question. How many dogs are at the shelter? That's what we're finding out. And then, we did number 1. We just planned and solved it. And instead of having you write logical reasoning, I just want you guys to know that is how we solved it. Solve. I will use logical reasoning. Do you want me to make you write that?
No.
Just know that that's what you use. Then down here, how many dogs are there? 89. 89. Now, does our answer make sense?
Yes.
Is it reasonable?
Yes.
Okay. to the next page.
Oh, this is like almost one. This is easy. Is it the best? No.
Okay, we're gonna do number 1 at the top here. You can nicely X off the brain builders at the bottom. There should be numbers 2 and 3 at the bottom, X off.
We only have 2 more pages and we're done with the
You only have 1 page, huh?
That's up 2 and 3.
That's what happened, Mason.
How's that the wrong page?
Why don't you have your name on this, Mason? That's the first thing we do at our school is put our names on our papers. Yeah, that's the first thing we always do. So that Mrs. Berkey knows whose papers, whose. In a few minutes, or in about 45 minutes. Did you bring your own set sheet? X off 2 and 3, please. John, do you have a question?
There's less dogs that when I got my dog.
There was what?
There's less dogs than when I got my dog.
How many dogs are there?
I agree. 2 left.
Oh, there was only 2?
Where did you get this?
Well, luckily there wasn't 89 of them.
What
Okay.
if it was a million?
Now, we're gonna do this next one.
Probably a lot.
I like these. These problems make us really think. It's good for our brains. So number 1 says a number has 3 digits. So down below here, guys, I want you to write 3 lines with your pencil. Because we have 3 digits. So we have a ones, a tens, and a hundreds. All right. Now, the next thing says the digit in the hundreds place is the difference of 4 and 2. So my hundreds digit number is a difference of 4 and 2. So if I have 4 and I take 2 away, every second grader should know this. If not, you should be watching Mrs. Murphy. 4, take 2 away. What is it? 2. So right away, our hundreds digit is a 2. Are you doing what we're doing here?
So it has to be 2.
It has to be a 2. So we already figured out the hundreds place. Now, the next one says the digit in the tens place is the sum of 2 and 3. So if I'm finding the sum, I'm adding them. So if I have 2 plus 3 more.
Do you have a math symbol? This one keeps falling.
I actually is over there. 2 and 3 mean, rate
5.
5. So right there. The digit in the tens place has to be a
5.
Okay. Now we're gonna find out the last one, the ones place. The digit in the ones place is 2 more than the digit in the tens place. So second graders, what number is in the tens place? 5. What is 2 more?
7.
7.
257.
So our number right in line is 257. 57.
Miss Murphy. I actually did the copy.
Good job. Good job. Okay, go on to the back. Okay. We're going to answer these 3 really quickly, and then we're going to move on to our math center.
We are going fast.
All right, these are fun.
Miss Murphy, I already know it.
And I'm going to move this because my remote learners don't need to see my whiteboard.
Miss Murphy, I already know this.
You already know this? What's the answer?
583.
How'd you know that?
Because I can just count this.
Okay, you're right, Tyson.
What?
No. I'm just surprised. Here we go. Paco puts pennies in 3 groups. He counts 80 pennies in the first group, 3 pennies in the second group, and 500 pennies in the third group. How many pennies does he have? What do you guys all think?
583.
Good. You are right because he has 500 plus
I already
80
knew this.
plus
already have the second one done.
I know.
I said.
Okay.
That one's easy.
63.
Not quite. Not quite. But thinking though, Tyson.
Bobby's got 63 though.
Carson, did you write that down? Okay, the next one. Perfect. The next one says Robert's family is going to visit his cousins. They will drive for 3 days. Each day they will drive 60 miles. How many miles will they drive in all? So what do we have to do, Wyatt?
The only thing I know is that if they drive for 2 days, they'll drive 1,200 miles.
Good, Wyatt. You're right. So Wyatt says if they drive for 2 days, it would be, well, not 1,200, but 60 plus 60, which would be 12.
100.
Yeah, 1,200. You're right.
I knew that.
I just said 1,200.
Equals
Or not 1,200, but 120. Yeah, not 1,200, because that would be too much, but 120.
Ow! What's that?
It's emergency. You didn't even write, you need to write this up first. And it's already gone. So you're gonna have to write it down now.
I think I already have that one.
Now, Wyatt, if I add
This one.
another 60, so if I have 120 plus 60 more, 130, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 180. 180 miles. All right, the last one.
I already got it.
Okay, sit down. No, not quite. You're close, but not quite. No, that is not right. The last one. Jamie ate 20 cherries on Monday. She ate 20 cherries on Tuesday. She ate 20 cherries on Wednesday. If Jamie continues to eat the same number of cherries on Thursday, how many will she have eaten? Addie, what do you think?
2, 4, 6, 8.
My dad
It would be 80. So Addie was thinking 2, 4, 6, because she's going by this. So she's going 20,
Miss Murphy, I was just thinking about
40.
putting 80 there.
60. So this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But if she eats 20 more on Thursday, 20, 40, 60, 80. And the way that Addie thought about it was she was just going 2, 4, 6, 8. And then she's going to put that 0, right, Addie? And then put the 0.
Miss Murphy, whenever you're there, I can't.
Okay. I'll try to move. Just remind me.
Oh wait, I remember when I was